Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Minecraft mod showcase, where today I'm taking a look at the absolutely brilliant Meteor mod. Now, this mod recently got updated to 1.7.2 and will be perfect for our Apocalypse mod pack because meteors are pretty destructive. So what better way to die than a rock falling on your head? So if you want to see this in the mod pack, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Let's try and hit 3,000 likes. There's all kinds of new blocks where you can get ores and items that you can then craft into other blocks for building or armor, and other things like detecting when a meteor is going to come. So first we have the meteorite ore, which you'll find in meteors once they crash down to Earth, which I'll show you in a second. And once you mine those up, you'll get a meteor chip. If you kill an alien creeper, you'll get a red meteor gem. If you mine up Kreknorite, you will get Kreknorite chip. And Frezerite, you'll get a Freezerite crystal. And then you can then craft those into blocks using 9 of each of these. So then if you put a Kreknorite chip into a furnace, you'll get a Kreknorite ingot. Same for the meteor chip, you get a meteor ingot. But then if you place a Freezerite crystal next to an iron ingot in a crafting table, you'll get the frozen ingot. Now these three you can then use to craft a bunch of armors. So the Meteorite armor is pretty strong. It does 8 attack damage, so it's better than diamond. The Freezerite is not so good, and then the Kreknorite is pretty strong. And the sword does 8 damage and gives you a fire aspect. But as you can see, the Meteorite armor has a magnetization 1, which is one of the 2 new enchants that this mod adds. Is also magnetization 4 and cold touch 2. These 2 books are added also. But if I put these on, and a Space Buzz laid an egg. Space Buzz joined me. He crashed down in a meteor like a week ago, and he said, right, I've had enough of this other Buzz. I am the future Buzz, and I'm going to take over for now. So here he is, and he hasn't laid an egg for me. Let's get an egg. Let's throw it out and show you what this does. So, wow. Alright, so I got to drop it from here maybe. I need to take this armor off first. It's bugging it out. Okay, drop the egg. And then if I come close to the egg with this armor on, I should start to suck the egg in like this. So it's pretty much like it's a magnet to all items, so you don't even need to get close to them, and you can pick them up, which is pretty cool. And you can make it swirl around your body, which is excellent. Buzz likes it. Alright, so there's also the Freezerite armor, which I'll show you in a second, and take this off. So the Freezerite pretty much gives you aqua affinity, but it also, I don't really know why it would give you aqua affinity, because when you go to water, it just freezes it. So you don't even need any sort of incredible water breathing or stuff like that, because you are now the god of the sea. Hell freezes over. Or the sea. The sea's like hell. And then also finally we have the Kreknorite armor, which has fire protection, and this stuff is pretty much just brilliant for the nether. And it looks pretty funky too. Let's look at our ears. Buzz, where are you going? That is a long lead. I've given you far too much rain. Behave yourself. Behave yourself, boy. Alright, this chest is empty. That is, wow. Why I don't think this chest does anything. This is the magic chest. Okay, so next there's all these detectors. And if I clear my inventory, I'll show you that first we have the Meteor Crash Detector. And this says it detects last crash zone. So this thing will point. You see they have like a little radar. A bit like a compass. It'll point towards the crash zone. No seismic activity detected scanning, because this world is pretty new, so there's probably not a meteor yet. And that's made with 4 Kreknorite ingots and a red meteor gem, which you get from killing the creepers. And then we have the Meteor Time Detector, detects next incoming meteor, and that's 4 frozen iron and 1 red meteor gem. And then the Meteor Proximity Detector, which detects closest incoming meteor, so pretty much will point you towards where it's going to land. And that's 4 meteorite ingots and a red meteor gem. Now, one of the really cool items that was recently added, those are new, but this too, the Meteor Shield, which is crafted using 4 meteor ingots. That is loud. Stap it. Stap it. I think if you place it down, it gives like a particle effect. Are my particles off? Probably. I don't like particles. They are minimal. Right, let's do this again. Oh, Jesus. What did I do? Stop it. Right, you see all particles going in. It's learning and it's charging up, so it's at 5% at the moment. So to craft that, it is 3 meteorite ingots, 5 pieces of cobblestone, and a little drop of redstone in the middle. Now this thing will protect your area. it is a shield, and it depending on how many pieces of these red meteor gems you have in there will be how strong it is. So I also need another one, a red meteor gem number 4, and also one of these to get it started, a meteor chip. So drop a meteor chip in here and it activates it instantly. You don't have to wait, but you can wait if you want to save yourself a chip. But then you can see that the range is 64 blocks, and I own it. So there's no comments detected, but if I place one of these in, 128 blocks is power level 2, 192, 256, and 320. So this area is pretty well protected from meteors. So for in the Meteor mod pack, this would be really good to actually protect our base so it doesn't get blown up. And it actually looks pretty funky. So the more gems you put on, the funkier she looks. So you can drop more in at the same time too. Wow. Hello. So there's also another item called a protected land tester. And this will tell you pretty much, if I remove these, just get these out of here, it'll tell you how far the radius is. It'll pretty much just tell you where the 64 blocks is. So if it lights up, it means you're good, so that area is safe. I'm not actually sure how far 64 blocks is. There we go. So it's not safe over here. So you don't want to build anything new until you've expanded your shield over there, because it's at risk. And those are crafted using a 1 meteor chip and a stick, and you'll get 4 of those. There's also the Meteor Timer, and this thing's pretty cool. It's crafted with a meteor ingot, frozen ingot, Krakenite ingot, 2 meteorite blocks, and 1 redstone. And you also need some redstone to work it too. So the Meteorite Timer, I'll place it down here. And once a meteor comes inside, if I right click on it, it says quick mode. Meteor Timer will only put out a redstone signal. Meteor Timer will only put out a redstone signal when a meteor is just about to crash. So when a meteor is coming down, this will light up. You could probably hook this up to like an alarm system or something like that. Maybe the alarm in, what is that mod? The weather mod? Maybe these two would work together. I'm not sure. But if you right click again, it says Meteor Timer will now put on a redstone signal when the strength based on how close the meteor is to crashing. So this will light up. So if you extend it, it'll tell you how close it is to Earth. So that is a really cool feature, and hopefully we get to see that work in a second when I start spawning in the meteors. And there's also 2 other items which are a little bit unusual, but why the heck not? Ice cream. So there's vanilla ice cream and chocolate ice cream. Vanilla is crafted with a bowl, sugar, milk, and a freezerite crystal. And the chocolate is crafted with a bowl, sugar, milk, freezerite crystal, and cocoa beans. So those are pretty good for your hunger if you want to craft them. A little bit difficult to craft. I mean, you might as well kill a cow and cook it. But if you want ice cream, then it's there for you. So there are, I think, 6. Yep, that's 6 meteors. And we'll go from this end. First, we have the Meteor Sumner. I might have to deactivate this. I'm not sure if you need that deactivated if you spawn them in creative, but you can spawn them if you want to. So here it is. We throw it to the ground, and you can see it barreling to Earth. Oh dear. Oh dear. Good grief. Alright, so here's those creepers I was telling you about, which drop those chips, and they're pretty cute. They look a bit like Teletubbies. If you've ever seen, I don't know if that's a British show, but there's a little show where they have these little things on their heads, and they have TVs in their bellies. It's very strange. When I think about it, a lot of the kids shows I saw when I was young they're very odd. Very, very odd. But yeah, you can kill those, get the chips, and you mine these up too to get the chips. So that's pretty useful. And next we have this one, the Meteor Sumner. We'll wait for him to come down. It's actually becoming night, but we'll wait for this to crash before we time set. And here we go. Actually, it's pretty good at night. And that's pretty much the same. I think that might be a same. Maybe it's a little bit bigger. It looks pretty similar though. Very strange. Alright, let's time set. Next we have the Freezerite one. This one's probably one of my favourite. You'll see my favourite towards the end, though. I think you guys will agree that it's probably the best one. Incoming meteor! The animation's really cool too. So it spawns in all this snow and like these Freezerite blocks, which you can mine up and get those little Freezerite, what are they called? The Freezerite crystals. And you gotta watch out. I mean, like, if that lands on your head, that's gonna hurt like hell. It probably will kill you, so be careful, protect your area, and try not to die. So the next we have the Krakenite Meteor Sumner. Let's do this. Incoming meteor. I love how they come down. They come directly above where you spawn them. They don't come at an angle. Wow, that was a big one. Okay, Good stuff. And it spawns a nether portal for some reason. But that's pretty useful because the nether portal, you can then make the armor with the pieces you collect from all these blocks here. And then go in there and you're impervious to lava, which is pretty cool. And you can survive in there. So nice way to get a nether portal if you can find one of these. Also spawns blazes and a lot of obsidian, which I'm guessing is probably just... Is that just come down? Or is it from the water? I don't know. Next we have the unknown Meteor Sumner. And this one's very funky. Let's spawn him over here. Incoming meteor. Let's do this. Oh, he's a funky color. He's very small. Very small. Now this one, it looks like this every time it crashes down. Glowstone on the outside, meteor blocks, and then a bit of freezerite in the middle, and then once inside, you'll see there's a random chest with some really cool loot in it. So I got chocolate ice cream, meteor chest plate, krakenite helmet, freezerite spade. It's called a spade. Isn't it usually a shovel? How interesting. And then meteor chips, 7 meteor chips. So that'll vary each time. I'll just show you it again, just to prove that it'll be a different chest this time. Well, let's do this. And then my favorite one. You guys are gonna love it. Here it is. Break in. So what we got in here, we had a different block on the top. So freezerite, 2 freezerite helmets. Got kind of screwed on that one. 3 blocks of iron and a meteorite chest plate. So that one's pretty cool. If you can find that and avoid being hit by it, then you're gonna get some nice loot. Next we have the Kitty Comet Summoner, and this is probably my favorite. Let's do this. Lovely green color or the purple eye. Let's see what it looks like as it comes down. Is it just a black ball? And here's a kitty. It's a kitty with a space mask. What more do you want from the game? Honestly, what more could you ask from Minecraft? It has green eyes too, and he's very excited. What an excitable little bugger. Alright, let's have another one. Let's have several. Oh my gosh, what have I done? Let's do this! I'm probably going to kill... Oh wow, that was a big one. Holy smokes. Okay, they vary in size. Did not know that. That's a hole. So we've got some nice little kitties down here, floating up. They can swim too, which is cool. So yeah, those are very interesting. Let's see what we get when you kill them with my krakenite sword. Give me something. What'd you give me? None? Absolutely none. Say it again. Alright, see what you drop? Nothing. Okay, so they drop nothing but XP, but they do look really cool and are just a lovely addition to the mod. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see it in the Apocalypse mod pack, make sure to try and hit that 3,000 likes. And as always, thanks for watching.
It's calling.